like Sinbad's been dusting.
Oh, what a star, eh? Rachel, you bring your dirty washing down with you. May as well make a start on it.
Mum, come and look. Just come and look.
What is it?
Our new patio. Isn't it great?
Max, go away.
Do I need to make an appointment to see my own wife now?
Don't be ridiculous. I just happen to be busy.
Seem to make lots of time for Brian Kennedy.
Oh, now you're being childish. He's a potential client. Now, why don't you go home, call your solicitor, tell him to get things moving instead of bothering me.
You're going to see him again?
Oh, I don't believe this. Who I see and who I don't is none of your business anymore. Our marriage is over.
But what are you going to do?
Get on with my life. Put you behind me. Go for it. And you can bet I won't end up like Susanna, a lonely divorcee desperate enough to sleep with her ex-husband. Hello? Oh, hello, Brian. Fine, thanks. Fine, yeah. Yes, it was a good night last night. Brian, could you just excuse me a second? This is a private business call. Sorry, Brian. You were saying? Yeah.
What's happened?
Please don't panic, Mr. Dixon. I'm Sister Mary Joseph. We've met at the convent.
Dee Dee, is she all right?
She's fine. Do you mind if I step inside?
Look, why are you here? What's happened?
I thought we could have a little chat. See if we could sort things out between you and your wife.
Yeah, well, that's nothing at all to do with you, is it? I'm not one of your lot anyway.
But your wife has placed a lot of trust in us, Mr. Dixon. We're only trying to help. We feel responsible for her while she's in our care.
Come in, then.
Thank you.
Oh, you needn't have brought the keys round straight away.
No, I wanted to see you. Did you have a good time?
Great. Come in.
Oh, yeah. Caravan okay?
Yeah, it was great, thanks.
So where's the suntan then? It's still in the suitcase?
Are you kidding? A suntan in Salaka.
Anyway, it's not good for you. You stay white, you stay healthy.
Yeah.
Drink a cup of tea.
Oh, I'd love one. I'm spitting feathers.
I'll make it if you want me to.
Oh, thanks, love. Sit down.
Oh, cheers. So, where's Rachel?
Upstairs having a bath. I think she found caravan life a bit basic. Well, thanks for looking after the place. But you needn't have dusted.
Well, you know, just wanted everything to look nice for you to come home to.
And the patio's great.
Well, you know, should do the job, shouldn't he?
Thanks again. And for all your hard work.
What's this?
Well, open it and find out.
Oh, shouldn't have bothered, thanks.
Thought you'd like fudge.
Don't say I'm fat.
I'm saying thanks for everything and the patio's great. Thanks.
You're welcome. You had a visitor while you were away. Your sister-in-law, Brenna.
Oh, I knew it had to happen sometime. She and Trevor were close. What did she say?
Well, she asked me not to tell you that he'd been round. She wanted to just surprise you by turning up.
To her, my dad could do no wrong.
She didn't know him like we did. Did you tell her when we were due back?
No, just said that Trevor hadn't gone with you. She thought he had.
Well, we'll just say that he walked out and left us. She's not going to know any different, is she?
Well, that's exactly what I did say. She didn't know what to do. Just tried to act like everything was normal. Didn't know any other way to play it.
Well, we just got to face her out.
Yeah, if we stick to our story, we'll be fine.
Yeah. But you know what she's like.
Please, just think about the damage you're doing to Deborah.
Deborah won't even see me.
You can't really blame her, can you? She's told me about this young girl you're involved with.
Hey, stop laying all that guilt on me. Dee Dee wouldn't see me, she wouldn't let me explain, so stop just blaming me, all right?
But you have responsibilities to your wife and family.
I'm just doing what I think is right, and I've got a clear conscience about it. Now, I've found somebody that I love after my marriage had died, which is something that happens every minute of every day, and now it's happened to me.
You're still married to Deborah.
On paper, yes.
Your marriage vows are forever.
Forgive me, sister, but what do you know about marriage, eh? What do you know about husbands and wives? Who are you to come round here trying to make me feel guilty? Your whole religion is based on making people feel guilty, isn't it?
I think that's a little unkind. We're just trying to help a marriage in difficulty. We care a lot about Deborah's well-being. She's unlikely to recover from her present illness until you and she are back together with your family.
You are just trying to make me out to be the villain. I know you lot. Right from the beginning, you get people and you mess them up. It's the Catholic Church's fault that Dee Dee is screwed up in the first place.
You know that isn't true.
Oh, do I? I know she was brainwashed at school. I know that she was told at the age of 5 it was her fault that Jesus was crucified. He had to die to pay for her sins. She was 5 years of age, for God's sake. She had to go to church every Sunday. She told me all about it. You know, she even made up sins because she couldn't think of any when she went to confession. She ended up trying to be a nun after all that lot. And you know what her reward was? Both her parents died within months of each other. Not long after she had her first breakdown. So don't be blaming me for everything, eh?
But you can't blindly blame the church. I believe this girl you're involved with is expecting a baby.
How'd you know that? Does Dee Dee know?
No. It's not for us to tell her. She's not strong enough yet.
So how do you know then? Who's been blabbing now?
A friend of Deborah's came to see her, but we didn't think it was wise. That's why we decided I should come and see you.
A friend, eh? Was Lynn, wasn't it? Had to be her.
Just think about your wife, your family, everybody that's being hurt at the moment. But you could put it all right.
How do you mean, put it right? I can't just undo everything that's happened.
Your wife came to us for help, Mr. Dixon. She can't stay with us indefinitely. We really want to help you both find the right solution.
And I appreciate your sincerity, sister, but I'm not going to change my mind. Look, I've tried with Dee Dee. God knows I've tried, but she just wanted everything her way. Now, the last person that I want to hurt is her, but well, she wouldn't even let me explain. She still won't talk to me.
I think you're making a great mistake, Mr. Dixon.
Yeah, well, it's only your boss that claims to be infallible, sister. I'm just doing what I think is right. You see, I've got a second chance of happiness. And I'm grabbing it with both hands.
Hi.
You're home early today?
Yeah. Couldn't concentrate on work. All this mess between Patricia and me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, tried to make her see reason, but it's all my fault. I admitted that. I just want her back.
I don't know what to say, really.
Sorry, I shouldn't be burdening you with all my grief. I'm just looking for a sympathetic ear, I suppose.
Well, fire away. I'm all ears.
Well, I've got to do something to prove how much I think of her. Something big.
Such as?
I don't know. What would impress you if you were Patricia?
Don't know, really. I suppose it'd have to be something that would convince me you really loved me.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. And I can think of only one thing that's big enough.
What's that?
I'm going to send the children back to their mother in the States.
And, they don't know about it?
No, I haven't told them yet. They'll be all right. Just me that'll suffer. I just hope I can persuade Patricia to have me back after I've done it.
So I'll be unemployed again?
Well, it's not quite as bad as that.
It's just that I was kind of counting on this job for the next 2 months, Max.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've got to do it. And I did say the job was only on a temporary basis.
Yes, I know. It's just well, I feel a bit let down.
Anna, how do you think I feel, having to send the children back to the States? You can sign on. Got a roof over your head. You'll be all right.
So, no holiday romance with a Welsh waiter then, eh?
You must be joking. I didn't even see a waiter. There was a guy in the chippy, though. He was just about passable.
Well, did he ask you out?
No, he asked if I wanted salt and vinegar on my chips. That's as close as I got to being wined and dined, I'm afraid.
You got it all to come, though, kid.
You know, I'm sure those didn't wear half of this stuff. Hello, Brenna. What a surprise.
Hello, Mandy. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Hello again.
All right.
So, what's happened to our Trevor, then?
Trevor's left us after resorting to his old ways.
Right, well, I think I'll get off.
Okay, so lad, and thanks for your help.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.
He seems to be very friendly.
He's a nice man and a good friend. Sit down, Brenna.
Thanks. So, how long has our Trevor been gone, then?
I'm not sure. A while.
He went months ago.
I don't understand. I thought you were all getting on so well. At least that's what his last letter said.
I know you've always given him the benefit of the doubt, Brenna, but the truth of it is he hasn't changed. Soon after he came out of prison, he was back to his old ways. We had to throw him out.
Oh, so he didn't leave of his own free will. You threw him out. Where's the poor man now, roaming the streets?
We don't really care as long as he's out of our lives.
That's a terrible thing to say about your own father. What could he have done that was bad enough to throw him out, for God's sake?
Hello, Ron. Hello, Lynn. I've just come over to thank you.
Thank me?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for being so good to your mate. By going round to the convent and trying to stitch me up with Dee Dee. You went to tell her about the baby, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
I've had a nun round telling me it's all my fault. And she's got to said it was you been round to see Dee Dee. What the hell's it got to do with you?
Well, it's got a lot to do with me. Bev's my sister, and Dee Dee's my friend. Yeah, I went to the convent to try to see her, but the nuns talked me out of it. For your wife's own good.
But it's none of your business, Lynn.
Well, it's a lot of my business when one of your kids has moved in with us because she can't stand the sight of her father making a great fool of himself. You're the local laughing stock.
Right, that's it. I'm fed up with everybody round here sticking their nose in. I'm taking Bev away for a few days, and when we get back, all of this will be yesterday's news.
Loafing now, are we? It isn't a game, you know, Ron. It's people's lives we're talking about here. It's not just you, Bev and Dee Dee that are being affected. It's your 3 kids. Me, Frank, my Gavin and Alison. Oh, you don't know her like I do. You're behaving like a teenager with a crush on somebody instead of a middle-aged man who should know better.
Age doesn't matter.
Oh, get real. Of course it matters. When you're 60, she's still going to be in her mid-30s. Of course, there's not a hope in hell of it lasting that long. All you're doing is wrecking people's lives because your brains are in your underpants.
You just leave us alone, all right?
I will do everything I can to split you up. For your good as well as everybody else's.
Listen then, you just keep out of it. Me, Bev and the baby will be all right as long as interfering cows like you keep out of the way.
Oh, yeah, the baby. Whose baby is it again?
What are you talking about now?
Are you absolutely sure you're not the baby's granddad instead of the baby's father? Your Mike's been with her as well, hasn't he? Doesn't no fool like an old fool, Ron.
It's my baby. Do you hear?
Have you no idea where your dad could have gone, Beth?
He left in May. We haven't had any contact with him since then.
What did you do to upset him?
It wasn't anything we did. He hadn't changed at all when he came out of prison.
Beth, it's all right.
But he wrote about how happy he was here and how he was settling down to start a new life.
We don't know where he is now, Brenna.
And we don't care as long as he stays away from us.
You should be ashamed of yourself, turning his own daughter against him like this.
He did it himself. You don't know what he did to me. He was a monster who had to be locked up.
And why was he sent to prison?
For hitting me again and again.
There must have been some reason for that. Our Trevor was always as gentle as a lamb. And then you reported him to the police. Your own husband. No wonder young Beth's confused.
Brenna, you weren't here. How could you possibly know what went on behind closed doors?
I know my own brother well enough. He wouldn't have gone away without telling me where he was going.
If he gets in touch with us, I'll tell him to contact you. That's the best I can do.
Well, it's not the best I can do. I'm going to contact the probation service. They must know where he is. He came across as so happy in his last letter. And he hasn't contacted me since. I'll not rest until I find him.
Oscar, don't you think this is the type of thing we should talk about, rather than just spring surprises on each other?
I don't follow you, lad. This is just for the taxis. A new service for our new customers.
Yeah, but it's the first I've known about it.
Well, you know now.
Well, I don't think you'd be too pleased if I did something like this without asking you, would you?
Well, you wouldn't, because you don't own the taxi firm.
You own a taxi firm?
Yeah. We have more than one iron in the fire, Barry. I'm sorry about the job situation. I hope you understand.
Yes, of course I do. It's just that I was kind of depending on this job for a while.
Well, a talented girl like yourself, I'm sure you'll find work.
Yes, well, we'll see.
I was crazy to think I could cope with the children staying with me anyway. Be better off in the States with the mother, away from all this mess.
Hi, Max. All right, Sally.
Oh, hello. I'd better go, Max.
Oh, before you do, that's the money I owe you. For services.
Aye, paying her for services rendered, eh?
Yes, for being a nanny, if it's any of your business.
All right, I'm only winding you up.
I'd better get off. Thank you. And goodbye and, well, good luck, Max.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. Bye.
She's all right here, isn't she? Think she'll be able to get a job, though, wouldn't you?
Something I could do for you?
No, I was just passing. Well, actually, yes, there is. Haven't seen anyone coming up to Jordashes in the last half hour, have you?
Well, can't say I've been looking, really.
Oh, well, never mind. Doesn't matter. I don't want to disturb them while a guest hasn't left, like.
If you excuse me.
So, how are your in-laws settling in next door?
Fine, thanks. Patricia?
Oh, she must be deaf. Doesn't she live here?
Haven't you got windows to clean?
Yeah. All right then, Max. I'll leave you to it, mate.
Look, we need to sort things out.
Sort things out with a formal acknowledgement of my divorce petition from your solicitor. Let go of me.
Not until you've listened to me. I want you to know the sacrifice that I'm willing to make so we can make a fresh start. I love you, Patricia. And I want to prove it to you. Now, you know how much I love the children. Well, I'm willing to give them up. I'm sending them back to their mother in the States. Now, that is how much I think of you. I've already told Anna that I don't need her anymore.
There's no need for you to hand your children back. There's no need for you to stop seeing Susanna. All you had to do was not do it in the first place. You can make all the grand gestures you like, Max. It won't change my mind.
Well, I'm doing it anyway. I'm sending them back to their mother. Now, it's just you, me, and Thomas now. That's all that counts. I want you back.
Sorry, Max.
Hello, Oscar.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, bang on. So what's happening?
We're preparing to make some money, that's what.
That sounds good to me.
Start taking the balloons down, will you?
Yeah, I'll get Timmy onto it as soon as he comes in.
I'd sooner you did it. It's not a lot for an employer to ask an employee.
Hey, hang on, Oscar. I'm a partner, not a lackey. And you don't spring surprises like building taxi cubicles in the foyer on a partner.
A very junior partner and indebted to me.
All right, you got me out of jail when I was innocent. You don't expect me to pay you back for the rest of my life, do you? I mean, come on.
How do you think you'd have coped if I hadn't have got you out? Could you have faced a few years inside?
Well, I don't know. I was just glad to be out of the dump.
Why do you think I got you out of jail and all that trouble you were in?
Well, because you knew he was innocent, and you wanted Joe's share of the club.
Yeah, there's that. But I must admit to being fascinated by you.
Fascinated by me?
Don't undersell yourself, Barry. Do you know what my hobby is?
No.
Murders. Not committing them, reading about them.
So?
Well, Babs is always on at me, you know, all her books all around the house, newspaper cuttings, magazine articles. The whole thing fascinates me, especially crimes of passion, you know, the sort of thing, woman murdered by husband's best friend, unsolved mysteries.
What are you getting at, Oscar?
Well, I wonder what it feels like to kill somebody.
How would I know?
Well, Detective Inspector Kent is certain that you'd know. In fact, he convinced Joe Halsall that you were involved in a certain event. Just out here. I believe you mentioned it yourself, Barry, when I visited you in prison. Your best friend's wife and child killed.
Yeah, well, you have been reading too many murder books, Oscar. Listening to too much gossip.
Well, you still fascinate me, Barry. Better than reading my books.
Hello.
Hiya, has she gone yet?
Hello again.
Right. Well, I was just passing. I thought you might need some milk and stuff, you know, just getting back. I'm on my way to the shops.
No, we're fine. Sit down.
No, you're all right. I'll get off.
I'm away myself. For now. If our Trevor does get in touch again, tell him I want to talk to him as soon as possible.
Yes, I will.
I'm not at all happy with this situation. There's no way he should be roaming the streets when he supported you all your married life.
And there's no way he should have treated us like he did.
It's all right, Beth.
We'll keep in touch. I want him found before any harm comes to him.
Did she believe you?
Sort of. The thing is, she thinks he's the perfect brother. She blames Mum for making him violent. What's the matter, Mum?
I'm just going to try and trace him through the probation people. He's still supposed to report to them.
Oh, they'll just think he's done a runner. Don't worry, the worst's over. I mean, she'll have to give up in the end. There's no way she can trace him, is there?
Well, if there is, she'll find it. I know her. She won't give up until he's found.
Rookie's back on Monday at the same time, and don't forget our omnibus edition on Sunday morning at 10.